Cardiovascular disease boils down to a problem with blood vessels. The trouble comes to a head when a blood vessel gets blocked. Now, the thing causing the block is officially an atherosclerotic plaque, but for simplicity, we blame cholesterol because the chief ingredient is cholesterol, and the war on heart disease is traditionally a war on cholesterol. You've got to get it down or else. But why is the cholesterol there in the first place? Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we look at one of the reasons an atherosclerotic plaque forms and what you can do to minimize this instead of shooting the messenger. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Now, blood vessels are supposed to be seamless tubes. Each blood vessel is a conglomeration of multiple endothelial cells. The little cells join up with one another, folding into a smooth tube. The sleek, frictionless surface is a formidable barrier, keeping the blood and body cells separated, but connected. The airtight system facilitates the efficient transport of huge volumes of material across the body. There are deliveries and pickups along the way, but for the most part, this exchange relies on the endothelial cells themselves, moving the goods in and out. It's a tough job. All sorts of things are in the pipes. Some of these items are potentially toxic, but it's all very civilized. Things are shipped in and out based on needs, concentrations, and hormones. Maintaining the all-important barrier between the body and the blood is a tough job. Endothelial cells are not machines. They get bruised and battered. Sometimes they give up the ghost. But a ghost in the midst of a blood vessel is a crisis. No worries. The body sends reinforcements. They're called endothelial progenitor cells, or EPCs for short. They find the holes and close them. Now, the details of how they do this are still a little unclear, but these knights in shining armor ride in whenever an endothelial cell gives up the ghost. Now, one of the spots they ride in from is the bone marrow, except when they don't, which is what happens when you're suffering from cardiovascular disease. The EPCs are thin on the ground. Now, let's be fair. There are often more of the little guys circulating. There just aren't enough to take care of all of the holes because, well, holes are happening left, right, and center due to the fact that the endothelial cells are taking strain. Which brings us to the question, why are they taking strain? Well, in a word, bad body chemistry. High levels of toxic chemicals circulating in the blood increase the odds they suffer irreparable damage. Now, problematic chemicals include environmental pollutants, such as those that you encounter if you smoke, excessive levels of nutrients, such as sugar and free fatty acid, excessive levels of hormones, insulin is particularly problematic, and excessive levels of inflammatory cytokines, such as TNF-alpha. When there are not enough patches, the immune system is forced to intervene, and this leads to the atherosclerotic plaques, which ups the blood pressure, squeezing the life out of more endothelial cells, requiring more endothelial progenitor cells, and missing endothelial cells equal a crisis. Everyone needs the blood to flow smoothly through the pipes. No leaks, no oscillations. Disruptions are costly. Now, the everyone includes the cells holed up in the bone marrow. Remember, the bone marrow cells make the EPCs. It's a vicious cycle. More EPCs are needed, less EPCs are made. And this is not the only organ system taking strain. Fat cells can't breathe, contributing to insulin resistance. Nerve cells go hungry, causing neuropathies, and kidney cell functioning is disrupted, resulting in more junk in the system. It doesn't start with cholesterol. Cardiovascular disease starts when blood flow is impeded ever so slightly because an endothelial cell suffered a catastrophic event and was not replaced timeously. Avoiding heart disease and pretty much every other health problem requires the cells lining your blood vessels to be in good shape so they can deliver. This means damage must be minimized and repair must be maximized, or at least keep pace with demand. Now, endothelial cells are not that demanding. They're simple souls, ready to be a formidable barrier. All they need to do their job is good body chemistry. You can help them by creating better body chemistry. A good place to start is by doing a little candy flossing. Download our free willpower report to get started and begin the journey today to creating better body chemistry and better health. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry or need a little help getting your body chemistry on track? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who's worried about their cholesterol. Share this video with them so they realize forcibly removing cholesterol is plan B. Plan A is stopping the holes in the first place. If this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.